On Sunday, the first round series between the Bulls and the Bucks begins. On paper, it is a bad matchup for the Bulls. They were swept by the Bucks in their season matchup, but we've seen in the past that the playoffs are a very different story. So, will this be a competitive series, or the Bucks will steamroll over Chicago? Hello guys, my name is Bill, and to answer that question we first must address the elephant in the room, and that is the Bulls defense. With Lonzo Ball out since January and Alex Caruso missing significant time, the Bulls struggle to find their early season groove on defense. They have trouble defending pick and roll actions, while their perimeter defense isn't good either. Against the Bucks, the Bulls will need both. They will have to find a way to limit Giannis. That's harder than trapping lightning in a bottle, while also not giving up easy looks from beyond the arc. You can see that this is a little bit difficult. Just a little. On the other hand, the Bucks haven't been good defensively either. For the first 3 years under Budenholzer, the Bucks had been an elite defensive team, but this has not been the case this season. The Bucks finished the regular season 14th in defensive rating, giving up 111 points per 100 possessions. Their main problem will be defending DeMar DeRozan. They've done a pretty good job in 2 of their 4 meetings, but watched as he exploded in the first matchup on January 21st with 35 points on just 18 shots and then 40 points on just 26 shots in the final matchup on April 5th. Throughout those 4 games, the Bucks have tried many coverages on DeMar. Their wings went under the screen since DeRozan is not that interested in threes. They switched and put a big on him that tried to stay in front of him, sometimes waiting for their primary defender to recover. If they can bother DeRozan enough and stay out of foul trouble, that will be a huge W for Milwaukee. DeMar is going to hit some difficult shots, that's for sure, but if the Bucks won't send him to the line a lot, the Bulls offense will have to find other ways to score some points. Jrue Holiday, as expected, have been the best at containing DeRozan, contesting his shots from the side to avoid fouling him. DeMar is a master at drawing fouls while shooting his fadeaways, but he admitted that Holiday's defense on him was disruptive. Speaking of the Bulls' offense, the key will be their 3-point shooting. With Brook and Giannis on the lineup, the number one priority of the Bucks is to protect the rim, so drop coverage until the sun cools. The key to punishing drop coverage is good shooting, both from mid-range and the 3-point line. Unfortunately though, the Bulls are ice cold from downtown after the All-Star break. Not only do they rank last in 3-point attempts, but also in the bottom third in accuracy at just 34.8%. In the playoffs, we know that teams rely more on their stars, but the rest of the team must make shots, and the 2 stars, DeMar and Zach, must trust them to make shots. Nikola Vucevic, who has had a bumpy season, is crucial because he can be a threat from 3 as a pop-up big. That will put the drop coverage in jeopardy and give Zach and DeMar more room to operate. Also, Cody White can be an X factor for the Bulls on offense. He can catch fire instantly, but first, he has had an underwhelming season so far like Nikola Vucevic, and second, the Bucks will relentlessly target him on defense. If the Bulls can somehow hide White, then he can be a sparkle on offense. The big 3 of Vucevic, Zach and DeMar must do the heavy lifting. They must bring their A game, otherwise the Bucks will trump them, or as we say it in Greek, tatus parnes varna. As far as the Bucks offense goes, we know what to expect from their big 3, especially Giannis. You can only hope to limit the guy, you can't stop him, but coach Budenholzer has 3 players that can come off the bench and be 3-point threats. I'm talking about Bobby Portis, Pat Connaughton and the number 1 villain in Chicago, Grayson Allen. This creates even more spacing for Giannis to operate if he's on the floor with those guys. And let's not forget what Brook Lopez can bring to the table offensively. He can be a pop-up big, giving Milwaukee even more shooting. Overall, I think this will be a competitive series, but the Bucks seem like the clear favorite. The key to a competitive series is how well the Bulls can hide their weaknesses, especially on defense. It's a bad matchup for them, but they won't go down without a fight. With that said, I won't be surprised if the Bucks sweep the Bulls. But what do you guys think though? Do you think we're going to have a competitive series? Can the Bulls somehow upset the Bucks? Let's talk about it in the comments below, and if you liked this video, hit that subscribe button for more NBA content. I was Bill, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care and be good.